been whatever I'll catch like 3 minutes of it before I click it off and go downstairs and play with my dogs or whatever, and surf for granny porn. And
the best kind. Yeah.
And it's like every time they start talking, it is just
red-haired grannies.
Yeah, basically whoever Hillary Clinton thought she was trying to bring into the tent. That's who's
Abuelas.
Hillary Clinton. This is the other. I wish you were recording this. This is a pretty good conversation.
Yeah,
So,
you are.
one of the things that I think is most amazing is Hillary Clinton was more interested in appealing to those suburban, upper middle class conservatives than she was anybody that's working past 9 to 5 to pay the bills.
The Trump
the
campaign.
punchline was that they would rather see Trump presidency than a socialist one.
They would rather see me and Lorenzo sitting in the pen than rolling in a benzo.
That was good.
So, Trump did more of a campaign similar to Obama the first time around.
Yes.
I mean, like...
When I heard Make America Great Again, it sounded like Obama's hope and change.
But also, all of his stuff was, like, small donations, young people...
That was Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, we're talking
No,
about...
we're talking about the first Obama campaign.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and like, he went for every single voter he could get.
He got a lot of money, though, too.
But he still tried to drag people that were not a target demographic into the conversation and not treating him like a demographic, treating him like a voter.
Yeah, like making an emotional appeal.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't targeting blacks, wasn't targeting millennials. He was
targeting people.
Everybody he could possibly get to click on his website and
cast a wide net.
Yeah.
Whereas Hillary was playing on the better senses of conservatives that were never going to vote for her. Like, oh, well, Trump's a dickhead, asshole, misogynist, so why would you vote for him?
I mean, like I always bring this up.
No, I kiss your mother with that mouth.
It may be a misunderstanding of the depth of conservative depravity.
Well, yeah, and like, was it on election day when Chuck Schumer said, like, for every like white working class voter or whatever vote that we lose, we're going to pick up two moderate Republicans.
Right. Which the numbers didn't bear that out at all. In fact, it was even worse. It was like for every worker they lost, they picked up like a third of a vote.
Yeah. And the joke is that they would even want these monsters. I mean,
why do you want to build the party off of that?
Yeah.
Of course, like the punchline is that the game is rigged. Like 2 parties is barely enough. The argument can be made more and more every time that they're just splinter factions of the business party.
Does anybody know who Katie Halpern is?
Yes.
Yeah.
I blocked her.
Did you?
What?
I blocked
Why?
her.
Katie's badass. I gotta hear this story.
She kind of
I
bugs me.
couldn't
I don't know.
I couldn't stand the constant blaming liberals for everything.
Really?
Well, we should blame liberals for everything.
We should.
mean,
That's our problem right
We've
now.
got
Our
a
problem
Nazi
isn't.
about ready to take over the White House, and she's still complaining that
But the
they're liberals.
problem is liberals are not stepping up. That they
Right.
don't get it. That's the problem. Is that they're the ones that should be right now out front leading the charge. They're not. They're too busy blaming Russia.
So there was, I mean, I look at it this way. I got Teamster Rebellion by Feral Dogs for
Right.
Christmas.
Yeah,
Nice.
And I haven't read it yet, but I understand that there's a line in there where like the organizers of the Minneapolis strike in '34 were organizing around like taking on like the bosses, but as they were aiming for the bosses, they were trying to catch the union bureaucrats in the crossfire,
Yes.
right? And that was the strategy, right? And I feel like attacking liberals like that has to be our strategy.
Yes, I agree.
I don't know.
I agree. They're part and parcel for what the problem is. Like the whole reason we ended up with Trump is because of them.
No, it was because people voted for Trump.
Because the liberals and the Democrats don't offer them anything.
Yeah.
Well, if you knew that it was a Nazi, why wouldn't you vote for Hillary? That's what I don't understand about
Because
this
people don't see him as a Nazi. They see him as the guy that fires people on TV and shaves heads of Vince McMahon.
Yeah, I know that, but the people like yourselves who are blaming the liberals for everything know better.
Yeah.
But I didn't vote for Donald Trump.
No one here voted for Donald Trump.
So why are we blaming liberals who voted for Hillary when?
Because they didn't send people to Michigan and Wisconsin and Ohio. Well, maybe Ohio, but Michigan in particular when they needed
voted
to.
for Trump instead of blaming these people. That's water under
Because
the
they
bridge,
sat
for
and
Christ's
looked at
sake.
demographics and thought, we got this thing in the
Does
bag.
nothing to us to chastise these people. Now the horse is out of the barn.
We have to but we have to chastise them because they're the ones driving the discourse.
We need
and
to
the current
Help me out
discourse,
here, Dan Davis.
the current discourse
differentiate
is
ourselves.
what?
We need to.
The current,
we
but
need
the
to
current,
differentiate ourselves.
he's right, isn't going to win this argument. But the current discourse is that the Russians are to blame.
You know they are.
Okay, now here it is. Here is something.
They
Okay.
did hack the election.
No, but
You know what? They totally changed the voting totals. It was awful.
but here's the thing. So it isn't just that they hacked something. It's coming out that it is verifiable that there was like this disinformation campaign.
That's bullshit. Did you read any of the report?
Yeah.
They were citing like RT fucking news. That's just propaganda. That's not disinformation. That's the same as Fox.
They said propaganda and fake news.
It's horseshit. Fake news was some like liberal douchebag who could make some money sitting in his bungalow on the beach
Somebody
in
paid those
California.
people. Why do you think they got paid? Who's being paid? I mean, the guy had all these people going back and forth between Manafort and I don't know how many other guys he had that connected with Russia.
There was nothing